Hello guys, this is your boy James, and today he's going to be making a drill beat out of complete scratch. I'm going to be learning how to make a drill beat, and I hope you enjoy this video. If you enjoy this content, I would appreciate it if you would like and subscribe to this video so you would see more content like this, and I hope you enjoy the video. See you in my Ableton Live DAW session. Now as you see guys, we have a new Ableton Live session opened up, and I'm going to try to make a drill beat right now. So, according to Native Instruments, the first step is to create a drum pattern. So they said let's start with a hi-hat pattern, and they're going to basically create a 2-bar MIDI clip, and they're going to be using velocity values of 100. So basically the loudness of the hi-hat drum. So this is basically the loudest the hi-hat could get. So we're going to be placing on the first, 4th, and 7th on 16th notes. So let's get a hi-hat. Perfect. Now you see guys, we're creating a 2-bar loop now. I chose a hi-hat that I want. 1, 1st, and 7th. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so they're gonna start at 146 BPM. That's what I'm gonna do also. Okay, and now for the second hi-hat, we bring the velocity down to 87. Now see, we duplicate it now, and now we get this. Okay, perfect. And now it says add another final hi-hat on the final 16 notes. We're going to copy this over. This is going to be 52. And now we're going to be duplicating this. And now this is going to be without this. And now we want to connect these, so. And now we're going to add some snares. And then we're going to be putting those snares on the 3rd beat of the 1st bar, and add another on the 4th beat of the 2nd bar. I'm going to be creating another MIDI track. I'm doing these on a separate MIDI tracks so I can control the volume of them individually, and so I can maybe EQ them for more processing. Okay, so perfect. Now we got this going on. And now we have to turn down the volume a bit. So it'll be -12. And now let's just loop this. Okay, perfect. Now let's add some kicks. Place kicks on the 1st and 8th notes of the 1st bar. So first of all, we need to get a kick. Maybe like a kind of like a punchy one. I don't want a distorted kick. Dark. No. On the 1st, 8. And now 1st, 4th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th. This one should be 96. I believe they all have to be 16th notes, so let's change it. And now we need to add more percussion sounds to give our beat a touch more character. No. So I'm gonna choose this. We just delete this and delete this. There's a percussion hit on the 3rd beat of the 2nd bar. Sampler, simpler. There's a percussion hit. So, and then we add that sample inside. Boom, we're good. We're going to create 2 bars long like the rest of the drum clips. Maybe we could tune it up. Okay, now we're gonna use a different percussion sounds. I meant audio track. And now we will create, we'll add a sampler well, simpler. And now we got ourselves this. Adjust the end and start time of this. So let's create a MIDI track. So now we need to add the keys, guys. That's what we've been waiting for. Now see, now we have done the drum part. It's time to add some music to set the tone for our beat. Lockdown Grind includes, so I don't have those native instrument packs because they're kind of expensive, I believe. So I'm just gonna read this, guys. I'm gonna skip through this because it's gonna be boring to read. So basically we can use the piano sample, or we can make our own basically. I think I could do some nice chopping up on this. So yeah, this is pretty nice. And then we're gonna cut. So yeah, so we're just gonna copy like this. So it wouldn't clip. So it sounds smooth. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then we'll just repeat it. And now we got ourselves a nice piano sample loop. Okay, and as you see, it's quite crisp and clean sounding, but we have sound more bleak atmosphere. Cold, exposed, desolate, depressing, lacking hope, cheer, or warmth. So basically, adding a low pass filter. So basically what a low pass filter is when you let the low frequencies pass, but you don't let the high frequencies pass. Yeah, it's that simple. Auto filter. Auto sound. I want to add some distortion. Drive is basically like distortion. I'm checking if the master is too loud or no, so like the overall volume of the track is too loud or not. Okay, sounds pretty good. I'm gonna be adding a nice 8-way bass, which is used in a lot of drill music and trap music, like Travis Scott type stuff, Central C type stuff. Okay, so let's rename this to bass. I'm gonna rename this to piano sample. Nice. Caution. Okay, so that's perfect, guys. And now bass. We're gonna go to samples, 808, bass. So I'm gonna be using this one, I guess. Okay, now we're gonna bring down the volume so it'll be like -12. If it's not loud enough, I could add some distortion always. So loud. I feel like this has potential. It goes longer. We want to make it sound more bleak also, so we're gonna add an EQ. Make him. How about like another lead? I don't like this lead, it sounds goofy. And I. Now, see guys, this is it for this video. I'm done. I'm gonna be taking a break now. I'm going to be trying to be finishing that up tomorrow soon, and I hope you'll stay tuned. Now, boys and girls, as you can tell, this is day 2 of me making a drill beat, and I didn't really like the lead, so I'm actually considering of removing it so the drill beat does sound better overall. So I think it sounds goofy, and it's gonna sound way better if I make it without the lead. So as you see, yeah, it does sound better. And now we did actually do off with the lead, so I'm gonna go back to the website. And now, it says adding vocal. So adding a subtle vocal sample can help give this beat a more atmospheric vibe that I like. And this time, navigate to the Young Phantom expansion and the samples one shot. Okay, so Vox. So let's hear how it sounds like. It's just a one shot, so I can find that's in Ableton. Okay, now let's start by adding a... Dang it. I see, you remember me mentioning that I didn't really like the lead, so I'm gonna add it with Vox instead. Oh, audio track, yes. I'm going to rename it like a Vox one shot, so vocal. So I'm actually liking this one. Yeah, audio track. So this actually, I'm gonna do a set effects. I'm gonna set that noise to reverb, return effects elements. No, I'm actually kind of liking this one. Yeah, audio track. I'm going to send a copy of this to the return effects to the reverb, so the sound lingers on for a bit longer. So I'll show you what I mean. I'll show you with. So the first one is with. This is without. See, it just ends abruptly. That's why we want to like crank it up. And we could change the reverb here. We could do maybe like a hot swap or something. So whoops. I like this one, how it sounds like. So we can crank that. Turn that down a bit. So as you see, now you can see where the melody is going. Okay, it's good. So now I'm going to be arranging my track. I don't know if it says that on like the website. Okay, it says battery your track. I don't have the isotope. I don't know how to master, guys. I'm just gonna start arranging my track. They didn't teach that, which is kind of disappointing, but oh well. And I think for the second section, I kind of want to copy that. Yeah. I see this piano sample is really repetitive. It gets boring over time, if you know what I mean, right? I want this snare to sound like sound more snappy. So I think of a nice compressor, you know, if you know what I mean. So we're gonna go to this. I don't know what these modes actually mean. I'm gonna check out input level. I think peak is the best one. So we want it to respond quickly to those higher peaks. So like then compressor basically reducing the dynamic range. So basically it means the loudest parts compared to the quietest parts. So we want to decrease that. We want to level the output and make it sound more short and punchy. See? And then we're gonna do makeup gain, obviously. And then release auto, how long it's gonna take for the compressor to release, and attack is how long it takes for the compressor to act. So maybe we could set this at 0.01. There's no side, yeah. Maybe so. And then we do makeup gain. I want it to sound a bit more. Yeah. I want to add the EQ to it, so it will bring out more of the highs. So right now I'm kind of doing mixing, arrangement of the track. This mic won't cooperate for some reason. Okay. So I actually am liking the bass like a lot. I do want to EQ this vocal a bit. Channel EQ. Okay, so now it sounds better. B is this. This. I like the sound of it, chat. So yeah, we wanted to change the piano sound. It sounds kind of repetitive. So right now it's at 837. Okay, now for this, our piano sample, do you have to arm it? No, we just have to do the automation thing, and then we just record over it. So basically what the chorus does is create a second signal that is slightly detuned, and it makes it sound more white. Okay, so I don't know if there's before and after. So yeah, that sounds a whole lot different. Sounds better, I would say. And maybe we do want to add some automation on the amount of the vibrato spatial. So let's try doing that. So let's see, I'm gonna bring it all the way down first. I'm gonna listen to it once. We could change up the bass a bit, make it sound more exciting, but that's about it. Okay, so this is actually pretty good. I'm very happy with it. Okay, now let's listen to the whole beat, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as I said, if you enjoy this content and want to see more content like this, I hope you give it a like, a thumbs up, and stay tuned in for this content, and see you in my next video.